Hi, I am Anna. I come from www.ntvforex.com. Risk appetite continues to find some footing. Analysis http ntvforex.com News ID 9141E48242020 10:14:39 am Notes Observations Perceived easing in US-China trade tensions helps risk appetite coupled with progress of various potential coronavirus treatments. The summer lull in bond issuance expected to end this week with numerous sovereign auctions and syndicates expected. Attention building to the annual Jackson Hole Conference, where Fed Chair Powell expected to outline the central bank's new inflation strategy. Asia-China Premier Li Keqiang domestic economy can grow in 2020 despite the impact of the COVID-19 if country reached its employment target of 9M jobs. China PBOC Gov Yigang banking sector must innovate to help small businesses deal with complex and severe environment. China to allow meat imports from 6 additional U.S. plants starting Monday, August 24. Australia Treasurer Frydenberg warns Australia economic recovery likely to be delayed until the second wave of coronavirus in Victoria is under control. Victoria State accounts for 25% of Australia GDP. Japan PMA reported to be getting treatment for a chronic illness, not a checkup. Bank of Korea BOK could cut its 2020 GDP outlook to 1.0% from 0.2%. Coronavirus total global cases 23,358,598, 3.0% versus Friday. Total deaths 807.8k, 1.9% versus Friday. New Zealand PM Ardern extends Auckland lockdown until August 30 and lower alert level from 3 to 2 afterwards. Europe PM Johnson stated that failure to reopen schools was not an option. S&P affirmed Switzerland sovereign rating AAA outlook stable. Fitch revised Turkey sovereign outlook to negative from stable, affirmed its BB rating. America's President Trump said to be considering fast-tracking the UK's COVID-19 vaccine before the presidential election, with the FDA awarding a emergency use authorization. Confirmed convalescent plasma has been approved to treat COVID-19. Presidential candidate Biden stated that he was willing to shut down U.S. to contain COVID-19 if the scientists recommended it. House voted to provide $25 billion to the Postal Service and block policy changes that have stirred concerns about mail-in balloting. Senior Trump advisor Kellyanne Conway is leaving WH at end of Aug. Energy Hurricane Marco to hit the Louisiana coast on Monday, August 24, followed by Tropical Storm Laura, which could strengthen to hurricane before hitting the Gulf Coast by Thursday, August 27. Oil producers had approximate 55% of the region's offshore oil production on Saturday, August 22. NBSP speakers fixed income FX commodities Iratum equities indices STOXX 600 1.70% at 371.30, FTSE 1.69% at 6,113.75, DAX 2.10% at 13,053.85, CAC 42.17% at 5,002.61. IBEX 35 1.64% at 7,083.00, FTSE MIB 1.90% at, SME 1.10% at 10,353.51, S&P 500 futures 0.68%. Market focal points. Key themes. European indices open broadly higher. Better performing sectors include materials. Underperforming sectors include telecom. Reportedly private equity firms looking into buying BT. No major earnings expected during upcoming U.S. session. NBSP equities. Consumer discretionary BMS Group BSGR.NL 21% earnings, Henry Boot UK 6% earnings, JD Wetherspoon JDW.UK 2% trading update. Healthcare. AstraZeneca AZN.UK 2%. US considering fast-tracking vaccine. Industrials. Bunzl BMZN.UK 3% earnings. Acquisitions. Telecom. BT Group BT.A.UK 4%. Board was on alert for takeover approaches. NBSP speakers. France Fin Le Maire reiterated its 2020 GDP forecast at 11.0% but added that global uncertainties could weigh on H2 growth. China Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijuan reiterated stance that some U.S. politicians were trying to bully China economically. The two countries should cooperate rather than decouple. NBSP currencies. Fixed income. USD put in a mixed performance in quiet European trading on Monday. Little in terms of data, providing little impetus as traders awaited new factors to provide direction. Perceived easing in US-China trade tensions helped risk appetite in the session on reports China to allow meat imports from 6 additional US plants starting Monday. Attention building to the annual Jackson Hole Conference, where Fed Chair Powell expected to outline the central bank's new inflation strategy. EUR/USD higher by 0.3% to test 1.1825 but remained contained its recent trading range with 1.20 seen as the key resistance area. USD JPY holding below TE 105 level. Markets watching the health of Japan PM Abe, who was back in the hospital to review recent tests. Some speculation that PM was getting treatment for a chronic illness and not just having a regular checkup. Abe did become the longest-serving PM in Japanese history. The summer lull in bond issuance expected to end this week with Belgium, Germany, Portugal, and Italy line up for government bond auctions. Finland to launch a new 10-year government bond viaduct syndicate this week. NBSP Economic Data 5 Finland July PPI 0.1% v 1.8% prior YY 5.0% v 4.4% prior CZ Czech OG Business Confidence 2.8 v 3.7 prior Consumer Confidence Index 12.0 v 10.5 prior Composite Index Consumer AMP Business Confidence 4.7 v 5.1 prior TW Taiwan July Industrial Production YY 2.7% v 3.5% ETW Taiwan July Unemployment Rate 4.0% v 3.9% ECH Swiss Weekly Total Site Deposits 700.0 billion Swiss francs v 698.6 b prior Domestic Site Deposits 634.2 BV 632.4 B prior TR Turkey July Foreign tourist arrivals YY 85.9% v 96.0% prior TW Taiwan July M2 money supply YY 5.9% v 5.4% prior M1 money supply YY 10.3% v 9.9% prior fixed income issuance none seen NBSP looking ahead 0530 to Germany to sell a 4.0 B in 12-month Bills 0530 NL Netherlands Debt Agency DSTA to sell a 2.04.0 B in 6-month and 12-month bills 0530 B Belgium Debt Agency BDA to sell a 1.01.5 B in 0.1% June 2030 OLO bonds 0530 ZA South Africa announces details of upcoming IL bond sale held on Fridays 0600 IL Israel July unemployment rate no ESTV 4.5% prior 0600 RO Romania to sell RON 300M in 4.75% 2034 bonds 0600 IL Israel to sell bonds 0645 US daily LIBOR fixing 0700 in India announces details of upcoming bond sale held on Fridays 0700 BR Brazil OG FGV Consumer Confidence no ESTV 78.8 prior 0725 BR Brazil Central Bank Weekly Economists Survey 0800 PL Poland July M3 Money Supply 1.1% EV 1.6% prior YY 18.5% EV 18.1% prior 0800 UK Daily Baltic Dry Bulk Index 0800 ES Spain Debt Agency Tesoro announcement of size on upcoming issuance 0830 US July Chicago Fed National Activity Index 3.70 EV 4.11 prior 0850 FR France Debt Agency AF to sell a 4.25.4 B in 3-month, 6-month, and 12-month bills 3 tranches 0900 IL Israel Central Bank BOI interest rate decision expected to leave base rate unchanged at 0.10%. 0945 EU ECB Weekly QE Bond Buying Update 1130 US Treasury to sell 13-week and 26-week bills 1500 AR Argentina June Supermarket Sales YY No ESTV 5.1% prior Shop Center Sales YY No ESTV 95.6% prior 1600 US Weekly Crop Progress Report 1700 KR South Korea OG Consumer Confidence Index No ESTV 84.2 prior 1930 Australia ANZ Roy Morgan Weekly Consumer Confidence Index No ESTV 88.6 prior 2300 TH Thailand Central Bank to sell combined THB 95B in 3-month and 6-month bills 2330 HK Hong Kong to sell 3-month and 6-month bills 2335 JP Japan to sell 20-year JGB bonds US Republican National Convention begins runs through Thursday. Jacksonville, FL. Subscribe our channel to receive the news as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. If you want to read real-time news, text messages to MT5 Expert Advisors page at https://m.me/mt5.expert.advisors.